The recent news, the recent rumors going around Indian cricket team and around Indian cricket from past couple of weeks is that Ajit Agarkar might be the next chief selector. He was the assistant coach for Delhi Capitals, and now the news is coming in that he's opted out of that job. So what does that mean? So it gives a clear hint, right, that he is looking at that chief selector position of Indian cricket team, and he's applied for the job. And now the rumor if he brings in that underrated character, and he brings in that good knowledge, good character to the Indian team management. And being a selector, I think I want him to do that underrated job again. I don't want him to be overhyped or too much expectations put on him. He just be himself, just be his character, and being underrated, value Ranji performances. And from where he's all the rumors going around is that Ajit Agarkar might be the next chief selector for Indian cricket team. So I will let my thoughts in, and I would like to know your thoughts as well. So let's get into the video, right? The recent news, the recent rumors going around Indian cricket team and around Indian cricket from past couple of weeks is that Ajit Agarkar might be the next chief selector. He was the assistant coach for Delhi Capitals, and now the news is coming in that he's opted out of that job. So what does that mean? So it gives a clear hint, right, that he is looking at that chief selector position of Indian cricket team, and he's applied for the job. And now the rumors coming out are that he's a front runner for that job. So what's your thoughts on that, guys? My thoughts, honest feeling, I seriously don't know, because as fans we can just assume and we can just hope things work out, right? So because I'm not the simple reason I am telling I don't know is because I don't want to tell okay it will work out or it won't work out. I am being neutral here just because I thought two things will work out perfectly for Indian cricket and it didn't work out. That are Saurav Ganguly being BCCI president and Rahul Dravid the coach of India currently. So because when Saurav Ganguly became the BCCI president, I thought Indian cricket will go next level and we will see a lot of improvements in Indian cricket. But was that the case? No, it was not, right? So that's why I don't want to take this decision basically I want to say is I'm not getting too excited or I'm not getting too disappointed, just being neutral and just wait and watch what's going to happen and how he's going to grow under that role. And the number two disappointment is currently our Indian head coach, because Rahul Dravid, what a gentleman, what a incredible cricketer, legend of the game. He just transformed India A cricket and India under 19 cricket, right? But now if you look at how India are playing in international cricket, it doesn't justify what he has done in low grade cricket, right? So that's the thing, right? See, two great role models and two great cricketers of Indian generation, that are Saurav Ganguly and Rahul Dravid, and it didn't work out. So what does that mean? See, wherever you go, it's not going to be the same way, right? Sometimes it won't work, sometimes it does work. So I feel for Rahul Dravid, developing youngsters, developing youth and managing A teams, under 19 teams works better, I feel, because I've never heard a player coming out and saying before they were friends while playing, now they are colleagues. That came out from Ravichandran Ashwin, Gambhir putting that statement that other teams play as a team, we are individual based team. So Harbhajan Singh speaking about turning track. So see, lot of controversies, lot of talks happening. Sunil Gavaskar is baffled with the decision of dropping Pujara. He was asked, or he was quoted saying why Cheteshwar Pujara is being scapegoated, right? That's a really good point, because Virat Kohli also had similar kind of average. But see, you can't compare players, you can't compare averages, but these are the points coming out, ex-players coming out more. Ravi Shastri is talking Virat Kohli's captaincy again. People are talking they want Virat as a captain. So a lot of question marks, right? A lot of question marks around Indian team selection, just not valuing Ranji performances. So a lot of issues going around Indian cricket. And let's come into the point of Ajit Agarkar being selected as an chief selector for Indian cricket. So what does Ajit Agarkar bring to Indian cricket, and being a chief selector, what does he bring into Indian cricket? So If you know, Ajit Agarkar retired in 2007. He played the last game for India in 2007, and he just opted out of, as I called out before, he was an assistant coach for Delhi Capital, so he's aware about the talents, he's aware about the recent cricketing generation and how the cricket has been played. He's aware about that, and the most likable thing of Ajit Agarkar, he's an underrated character, right? And when he was a player, he was an underrated player, being himself, and he's delivered such great performances for India. If you look at the 6 for in the Adelaide Test, where India went on to win that Test match, he had the fastest ODI half century, and he has delivered so many great performances, and he is the third highest ODI wicket taker for India. So if he brings in that underrated character, and he brings in that good knowledge, good character to the Indian team management. And being a selector, I think I want him to do that underrated job again. I don't want him to be overhyped or too much expectations put on him. He just be himself, just be his character, and being underrated, value Ranji performances. And from where he's coming, the likes of Mumbai, Maharashtra, there is a lot of competition playing with the likes of Sachin. He will know how hard it is to get into Indian team, right? Recently, what has been happening is it's become too easy for players to play for Indian cricket. So to be involved in Indian cricket team. So I think Ajit Agarkar should bring that in, and I feel he will bring that in, that hard work, and he will surely value that Ranji performances, and which was lacking from previous selector. The likes of Chetan Sharma, he was such an unprofessional guy, right? I don't think it's controversial, because I don't know. See, you are representing a country, you are representing your team, your team management, you are representing your team in certain form, right? And you never go and talk to media like that about your peers, about your colleagues. You never do that. So that was so unprofessional. So I feel the 3-4 things which Ajit Agarkar will bring in is, he will value players' performances, he will bring in professionalism, he will bring in that underrated stuff which we need, especially for Indian cricket, because I feel Indian cricket is too much hyped up. I feel there's so much focus on Indian cricket that we are not doing really well, right? Everything is about Indian cricket, every player, what he does, rumours around. I think media, people, everyone should calm down. They should leave themselves to their work. That's their job, they will do it. But I feel there's too much pressure put on Indian cricket team. There's too much focus. There's so much media around Indian cricket team. I think it's time we just move away a little bit, because guys, it's their life also, their job. They will do it, they will perform. They don't want to perform badly just because they want to perform badly, right? It just happens, it's sport. One team will win, one team will lose. They just have to do their jobs, because that's their job, and they don't want to do their job wrong, right? So I feel a little bit calmness is required, and I feel that calmness is related to Ajit Agarkar. He will bring in that. And one thing I want Ajit Agarkar and the team management, coaching staff and captain to do is clear communication, guys. That's really, really important, and I feel it's been lacking over the past years, where there's no communication, that you are the captain, you will be removed from captain, you are dropped. So it brings in so much confusion, right? Because the likes of Ramchandra Ashwin are talking out. That means that team atmosphere is not at all good, and I want that to be changed. I want Agarkar to communicate to players, to captain, to team management. This is the reason he's been picked, this is the role he'll be given, why he's been dropped. All that should be communicated, and I feel he will do that job. And I feel that communication, that professionalism, he will bring in to that Indian setup, and that is so required, right? Doesn't matter if your teams are built with stars and superstars. If there's no professionalism, if there's no communication, if the player is not happy, obviously the team will go down. And if you look at India's past records in ICC trophy, it's been not great, right? So that's what I want Ajit Agarkar to do straight away. First and foremost thing he should do is communicate, and that's really important. And I just wanted to bring in one more point, not related to two selectors, but related to the coaching staff and team management, that going forward India should focus on foreign coaches, right? And not be obsessed with Indian coaches, because if you look at the last foreign coach was, I think, Gary Kristen, and the last game for him was the 2011 World Cup where India won. So India do obsessed with Indian coaches with the simple reason being the language barrier. I don't think it plays a huge role nowadays. Every cricketer knows how to play, talk in English or to communicate or some or the other way. They are exposed to media, they are exposed to social media, they are aware of each and everything. And I feel it's been too long now, right? The same thing is going on in Indian cricket. I think it's time for change. Bring in a new coach from abroad, bring in new ideas, new techniques. They will have new ideas to deal with setbacks, performances, training, coaching, everything plays a huge role, and I feel it's time for a change in Indian cricket. And what do you feel, guys? What do you feel on that thought? Do you want India to have a foreign coach, maybe an underrated one, or just like a baseball? Bring in some changes, because I feel there's so much talking but they are not delivering on the pitch. So I want some new ideas, new techniques, new faces in Indian cricket. Unfortunately for Rahul Dravid, it's not working out as it did with Saurav Ganguly. So it's okay. It does happen. You try to change, it doesn't work out. Never blame anyone. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't work out. So again, go for a change. Look for a new coach. Maybe Ajit Agarkar and Rahul Dravid might work out. But end of the day, you have to value players. You have to value players' performances. Otherwise, it's gonna be downhill. So put in your thoughts, guys. What do you feel about Ajit Agarkar's appointment? I'm not really sure whether he will be with the India squad for West Indies tour, but he might be with the Asia Cup, I guess, because India are not being with the Chief Selector from Feb 2023. So let's wait and watch when it's going to get announced. I feel it's an underrated signing. That's what I want. Come and do an underrated job. What do you feel? Rate Ajit Agarkar's appointment out of 10. It's not really not yet official though, but he's a front runner. So put in your thoughts, guys. What do you feel, and what do you feel about Indian coaching staff? Do India need to look abroad for a fresh start, guys? See you on the